My research that I'm presenting today is based in the Netherlands on the concept of integration and civic integration. And though it's based in the Netherlands, the same programs that I'm studying there are taking place in Belgium and actually developing at this point rapidly here and across Europe. We are analyzing the discourses within these programs. So we're looking at these programs and we're saying, what is integration in this program represented to be? Who is the integrator? For who is integration a problem and for who is it not? These are the kind of questions we're asking in my research. And in doing that, we're questioning what is taken for granted. In the Netherlands and throughout Europe, there's been an idea that civic integration and integration is needed. And when it doesn't work, the programs are redeveloped. We just had a new program in the Netherlands last year. But the foundational idea of what is integration and what are we even trying to achieve is rarely discussed. And that's what we're trying to unpack in my research. And what we see is that these books are participating in the construction of this idea that the Dutch citizen is a modern citizen and the newcomer, the migrant coming into the Netherlands, is unmodern. And I'm going to show you a bit how this is constructed. So within the books, we see that the history of the Netherlands is shaped as a struggle towards modernity. And the books confirm that the Dutch nation state is a modern nation state, for example, by describing the role of women in the workplace, or that the role of the church in the society has become less and less over time. These are things that individuals have to learn in their civic integration program to help them see that the Dutch nation state is considered modern. We see that the books are using words such as modern family, modern kitchen, the modern women. So these are all perpetuated in these books as the idea of the Dutch modern society. And within that, there's also the Dutch modern citizen. And this is promoted in the books as us. And I call it us because it's promoted as a homogenized group. The Dutch are all described as being the same, as having the same beliefs, the same values, and they're being described visually in the books as white. The individuals in the Netherlands in the books are described as embracing a modern lifestyle. So this first quote is a quote from one of the books that migrants get in their hands, and it says, "These days doing groceries is easy. There's an online supermarket. A strong man brings the groceries to the house of the housewife. The housewife now has time and energy left. She goes 1 hour per day to the gym." So beyond the modernity aspects of here, the gender stereotypes in these books is a whole other research that could be unpacked. But you see that these books are implicitly and very explicitly promoting this image of the modern citizen. So going more into this idea of this continuum of modernity, we see that there are certain intersectional identities that are characterized as being more unmodern, and race is in the books one of them. So we see though that the books are not using the word race and they're claiming to be non-racist. But what they do is they're using the words culture or values as a way of separating people into categories. But these words are used to attribute inherent traits to groups of people. Traits that are unavoidable, that are just part of who they are, and are later used to pinpoint their failed integration. So they're claiming to be race-free, but while they are using words such as culture and values to categorize and differentiate between individuals in the migration program. And gender is another one of these identifiers. So the texts repeatedly talk about women's rights, women's equality, women's position in the workplace in a way that shows the assumption that the writers believe that the people reading these texts have another view of women and have an unmodern view of how women should live their lives. It also positions the civic integration program to be a kind of paternal savior to these women. If they go through this program, they will become modern citizens and therefore will be saved from the unmodern way of life from which they come.